So what am I gonna say? That don't ever eat a cookie? That's not what I'm saying. Although you might if you wanted to. I've given up sugar entirely because I have realized that if I cannot control it, I would rather eliminate it. And so many people can control a balanced diet and have a dessert at the end of the meal. I have decided I don't want to feed garbage into my system, no matter how fulfilling it feels, no matter how balanced it is. It's just my way of life and nobody has a say in it. I've decided that. So for me, my animal instinct is greater because I know I've suffered so much from binge eating disorder. I don't want to continue it. I've just quit it entirely. And I would rather bring my tiffin boxes in parties or birthday dinners that my friends are inviting me, because it's just my way of life. It's very hard. You miss out on a lot of conversations, but if truly people understand you, they will respect your boundaries. How to recover from binge eating? I just want to say that it just takes so much effort, mental effort, to watch this video. Because, when I was suffering through binge eating disorder, I wouldn't watch this video because this would hold me accountable. This would give me the reality. And honestly, I remember when I was suffering from binge eating disorder, especially during COVID, I didn't want to acknowledge that part of myself. I just wanted to run away from it. So, if you are struggling from something like binge eating disorder and you are still watching this video, the recovery is gonna be so much faster and better than what I had to go through. And I just cannot explain how much effort it takes to just watch this freaking video, because this video is literally a mirror. So you already know that you are suffering through binge eating, which is a huge first step. And even though a lot of people know they are suffering, they wouldn't click on this video. So clicking on this video, just let's give you some praise because you deserve it. Binge eating disorder isn't talked as much because, I don't know, it isn't given as much as attention as drugs or, I don't know, social media addiction. But binge eating disorder destroys your life and it isn't given enough attention. I don't know why, but the people who go through it only know that how much worse it is and how much it affects your entire life. It makes you feel so bad about yourself that you cannot do anything. So if you have suffered from binge eating disorder for a long time, you know that it's emotional. It's mostly emotional. When you start, it usually it's emotional, but then it continues because of the habit and then your body craves it. And our animal brain in the moment just does not want to think long term. Tip would be, don't skip your meal. We have all been through the cycle where we binge eat and we think we can just magically lose weight or replenish all, or just make it all right by just not eating for a couple of days, and that again replenishes the process of again binge eating, and the cycle does not end. So even if you binge eaten, again have a nutritious good meal. Why? Because mostly when we binge eat, we have this craving of binge eating. Mostly our sugar level is very high, or we have not had a good balanced meal. It's very easy to binge eat when you're alone and when you don't know how to cook or don't know how to get a full meal. When your body is truly replenished and fulfilled, it won't crave those sugars. It's not natural for us humans to crave that much sugar and chips. It's also like not just about losing weight, it's about how you view yourself. And whenever you put directly something like food into your body, into your system, and something that is so unhealthy, it automatically makes you feel bad about yourself. And it's not only feeling bad about yourself, it is doing bad to your body, you know that. And it's also how your brain is functioning. What you eat is directly linked to how your brain will function. So let's face the reality. We are sabotaging who we are, how we think, and how our future self is going to be. So it does not make us less damaging than cocaine and drugs and all that other kind of stuff. It's all, we know we are damaging ourselves, but in the moment, just to make us feel better, we would rather choose the wrong option. Understand that your body is not your enemy, it is trying to protect you. So once it becomes a habit, whenever your tummy does not get food, it goes on survival mode and you want to eat everything, especially if you are from if you're an Indian or if you are from southeast part, we have a culture of eating too much, whereas in the east they eat a lot less and a lot balanced. So whenever your body goes into the survival mode, when you fast too much just to lose the weight that you binge ate because you are guilty, it just goes in survival mode, and you have to just, your brain just looks for anything to eat. And guess what it eats? Anything that is near you, and that is your snacks in your cupboard. And once it tastes one snack, you tell yourself, no, it's one, I'm gonna just take only one because I'm having this craving, I'm gonna control myself. You're not. And how many times do you have to fail for you to realize that this is the reality? Let's just live and sink in the reality, no matter how hard and no matter how bad it is. So just, you know yourself. So stop lying to yourself that moment and don't eat that cookie. And if you're gonna eat that cookie, know that you're gonna actually just entirely eat the whole cookie. And it's not just about the cookie, it's about how it's gonna make you feel the entire day and the 2 days next to that, and how you have been clean for 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and how it's gonna destroy all of that, and it's gonna again continue a cycle for 1 or 2 months until again you change. So what am I gonna say? That don't ever eat a cookie? That's not what I'm saying. Although you might if you wanted to. I've given up sugar entirely because I have realized that if I cannot control it, I would rather eliminate it. And so many people can control a balanced diet and have a dessert at the end of their meal. I have decided I don't want to feed garbage into my system, no matter how fulfilling it feels, no matter how balanced it is. It's just my way of life, and nobody has a say in it. I've decided that. So for me, my animal instinct is greater because I know I've suffered so much from binge eating disorder. I don't want to continue it. I've just quit it entirely. And I would rather bring my tiffin boxes in parties or birthday dinners that my friends are inviting me, because it's just my way of life. It's very hard. We miss out on a lot of conversations, but if truly people understand you, they will respect your boundaries. That brings me to the next part, is that watch what friends you're hanging out with. This eating thing might not be a problem for them, but it is a problem for you, and not a lot of people will understand it, because it's like stupid from them. What, you are gonna be, you have a binge eating disorder? What's that? It's not taken seriously, trust me. So they'll say you can just not eat, right? No, it's now inbuilt in your brain, so much so that when you have a bit of sugar, your animal brain activates. It's like a tiger that behaves like a cat. But when it is not given meat at all, it remains a cat. But whenever a raw meat is presented in front of it, it becomes that tiger. There was this story, I don't know if I can fully explain it, but it's just that it's so much better to, prevention is better than cure. So if you know yourself, and if you're like me and you know that, yeah, going to a cocktail party or a birthday dinner will really affect your system, just tell them, I'm just gonna bring my tiffin. Hey, I really appreciate you, and I do want to go to your party because you are really my good friend, but I cannot sacrifice this. And if they get too pushy, like, it's just one night, you don't know that, you don't know me, you don't know what I do, how I think, and how my brain operates. Leave me to that. I will do the thinking. You don't get to do, you don't get to say what I do. So it might sound too extreme, and maybe this is the path for you, because this is the path for me. If it isn't, well and good. If you can balance, if you can stay sober, eating junkies, it's fine. But it's just, even a pizza day will affect me very bad. Of course you can work it out, of course you can, skip a meal next day, but it also isn't gonna affect your skin and health that much. But if it does affect you mentally, because for me, whenever I have given up my boundaries for someone else, I felt so much terrible. I've questioned it 100 times that was it the right thing, and it's just the mental peace is everything for me. So I would rather just not question another hour within my head baffling if I did was the right thing. When you're in doubt, just don't do it. So it's like, for me, I'm a bit extreme, so for everything it's all in or nothing. So I would rather not. And why would I put some stupid stuff in my body just because it's fun? I do not see the point of pizza. It might have some nutritious value, but it has more bad than good. Then I don't see the point. Just because everybody is doing it isn't the reason why you should do it. Rather the opposite. Because everybody is doing it, you shouldn't do it, because you are you and you're different. And based on what you are and based on who you are, you should accommodate what is right for you. So yeah, if getting out of the smell of the pizza helps you, but this is the last step, mind you. You cannot, if you're successful, well and good, but you have to take baby steps. This is the last step I'm talking about. It just got connected with the previous point that's why I say that. But yeah, the friends who you surround yourself with, see whether they support you or not, whether they just like whatever you're doing. And if they do not accept, it's not, they're not the right people will support you in your endeavors, and they will want good for you. And if this going to this birthday party is not good for you, and if they get offended, well, you lost a fakey. Another quick fix is that the 5 minute rule, that you're craving so much and you have a food in front of you and you're like, yeah, if I feel the same 5 minutes after that, do some thinking. Just pause a little and sip some water. Sipping water also helps your nervous systems. Another point is just do not keep snacks. The more the abstractions and distractions, the lesser you'll be tempted to buy snacks. So leave no snacks in the house. If you do not get the scent, you will not have it. So another thing is replacement rather than elimination. So think it like this: I'm not replacing snacks. I'm not eliminating snacks. I'm replacing them with newer snacks, like healthy stuff, like cashews. I remember I had a phase where I ate so many cashews because I had a craving, and it's also not that good for you. But we gotta do what we gotta do. So whenever you have this habit of munching, have some makhna or strawberries and dark chocolates and all these other kind of stuff. Some fruits that you really love when you are having a sweet tooth. Banana dark chocolate cake is very famous. So have these options very much ready and in a good number in your house. And whenever you have that second thought, it's just you're not gonna do it. And just don't put any snacks, because you have to physically get out of house, and it's not easy to get out of house when you're feeling like shit. It's not easy to get out of bed when you're feeling like shit. And block all the order online stuff, because the easiest way to binge it is to order from online. Uber Eats, Zomato, Swiggy. Uninstall every one of them and lock them or something. Discard your online payment for a few months or something. Do everything you have to. Check in all the boxes, and even if you like, these are the little steps. If you take these steps, I guarantee you'll succeed. If you don't, you won't succeed, right? So just remember that whenever you take that step, you are actually progressing. You might again binge one or two times, but it's normal. It's part of the process. And if you have given up on the urge of eating something one day, it's a progress. It's a work in progress. So if it didn't happen, doesn't mean you didn't progress. Okay? So, and fill your home with good food, good nutritious food. When you have good meal, forget intermittent fasting for now. You just have to eliminate the bad stuff for now. Forget wanting to get skinny right now. You just have to put the bad stuff. That's your goal right now. Next, we are gonna go through intermittent fasting and being skinny. Here, being skinny is not our goal. It might be your goal, but it's not right now. We're just being healthy. So if it means for you to eat 25 fruits instead of having a bag of chips, even the calories, we don't really care. We just want to replenish our body. If you know how to cook, it's better. If your mom cooks for you, it's good. Have a lot of rice at first. It's, as I said, it's not about just being skinny. It's about keeping you full with your sugars very low. Have pulses. Have instant good food like eggs and smoothie blenders, protein bars really help. Instant stuff. And have yogurt at your place all the time. Have strawberries, cranberries. I don't have all these. I'm just an Indian girl. I'm not that rich. Not rich at all. I'm broke. But yeah, these are the tips that will help. I use sometimes. But ever since I have recovered from binge eating, you just need 2 to 3 full meals, and your tummy is satisfied. It feels the energy is there. So just know that you cannot hate yourself into healing. Strategic people know that not giving up is a progress. Strategic people know that in order to succeed, you cannot just blame yourself all the time. You have to know it's your brain doing this. It's the dopamine that your brain is releasing, and the hormones that is making you go crazy. Girls during periods, you know how it happens. Your hormones go crazy. You want chocolate. You want to lay in bed. It's just you either fight it, but it's just you take responsibility, but you also know there are other factors, the environment. If you have a bad family, it's easier to isolate yourself and just binge eat and binge watch. So binge watch is also very connected. So if you can do something about binge watching, maybe watch a documentary or something rather than anime, it helps. Your whys must be greater and better than a why nots. Like what's your purpose? how you wanna be fulfilled, what's your dream. These things also really help, where you want to see yourself, what kind of person you want to become, and why binge eating will not let that happen. So you have to have this strong urge to win, to not give up. You cannot, I remember when I used to binge eat, I used to think like, I cannot live like this forever. This has to end someday, and that someday it's better be now, because we're gonna get old and we're gonna get die. We really have lesser time than we think. I would rather not spend my time doing that, and rather not exhaust my body by doing this. And there are a lot of bad effects this has. I would rather not make myself, I would rather have that much respect for myself, that I would not let myself go through this. So I think I'm gonna respect myself more if I don't do this. And this is the only way to build self respect. Nobody was perfect from day one. He had Everybody had their fair share of mistakes, and it's not a fun story if you were perfect from day one. It's like you didn't earn it, you were born with it. And imagine that you were in your rock bottom and now you're picking yourself up. Imagine what great of a story to tell yourself, that I can change, you can change, and you can be anything you want to be. And don't tell people, just because you have been this way for so long, don't let people tell you that you cannot be what you want to be, because you can. Everybody can be what they want to be. You just have to believe in it and do the shit. It works. It will work. Don't give up. Never ever give up. That's the last point. Don't ever give up. You're gonna win. You're gonna find it way. You're gonna find some way. I promise.